What's up, everybody? If you that don't know me, my name is Chris, and I've got Max. I got Max with me too. Welcome back to another episode, getting into a grow series, a new one. In the last video, I revealed what grow light I'm going to be using and talked about the genetics I'm going to be running this time around. In this episode, we're going to germinate seeds. I'll go over the grow equipment that I'm going to be using. Then we'll actually prepare the soil and then plant the seeds. This guy, always wanting attention here. Okay, so germinating the seeds, I'm just going to drop the seeds into a cup of water. I'll let it sit in the water for about 24 hours. Now, some people, what they'll do is they will actually let it soak in the water first, then they'll transfer over to a paper towel. A lot of you have seen that process on my channel in the past. I'm going to skip the paper towel method this time around. I'm just going to let seeds soak in the water, and then I'll plant directly into the medium. Some people just plant directly into the medium. Some people only do that soak. But I'm doing the soak because I need time to set up my grow space and prepare the soil for planting. Let's talk about the grow space first. So I'm going to be growing in a 4x4 grow tent, and I'm going to be using the Viperspectra KS5000 LED grow light. I talked about this grow light quite a bit in my last video, revealed it. It's a brand new grow light, just came out this month. This grow light does have a dimmer on it, so I will be able to dim it down as the plants are young. So when the plants start out, when they're just starting to sprout from the medium and go through the seedling stage, I'll have it on 25%. And then as the plants grow, I can adjust the dimmer up until it's on full power in flowering. I actually plugged this fixture into my kilowatt meter to get an idea of what the wattage pull is for the different percents. So 25%, it's actually pulling 116 watts at 0.97 amps. On the screen right now, I'll put the other settings. So 50%, 75%, 100%, what the wattage pull is for those settings, and also the amps as well. But definitely a big thank you to Viperspectra for sponsoring this episode. And they actually hooked up my viewers with a discount code as well. So on their website or on Amazon, you can use code VSMrGrowIt, and that'll get you a discount on their products. Also in the grow space, I have 2 oscillating fans, a humidifier. I live in a very dry climate. I need to increase the humidity in the grow space. A lot of you live in a very humid environment already, so using a dehumidifier instead. I also have a CO2 exhale bag from my previous grow that's still alive and kicking, so I'll keep that bag in there. And I also have a CO2 monitor in the grow as well, so we can monitor CO2 throughout the grow. Alright, now let's prepare the soil for planting. This time around I'm going to use a Fox Farm Ocean Forest soil. I have 3 bags here. And then I have 2-gallon containers this time around. So this is actually a recommendation from Graham from Canadian Leafs Genetics. Shout out to you, my friend. Like I mentioned in my last episode, I'm doing breeding this round. So the goal isn't to go for yield. It's really to grow these plants up to a point where I'll be able to flip to flower, keep them relatively small, hunt through the females, hunt through the males, pick the best male, and pollinate all of the females. And then as the females grow, I'll be able to look at the characteristics and see if it's anything that I'm looking for. And Graham from Canadian Leaf Genetics recommended 2-gallon containers for this. Since I'm going to have such a short veg period, I'm going to be flipping a flower pretty soon here. And so the plants are going to be small. There's not much need to have them in a larger container, in his opinion. I've never done this before. I'm trying this out for the first time in these size containers, so we'll see how things go. I mentioned this in a lot of my videos, but I like to try new things every now and then. So yeah, we will see how these plants do in 2-gallon containers. So I'm using my hands to break up the soil a little bit. It comes pretty compact in the bag, and then filling up the containers and leaving a couple inches here in order to prevent overflow when watering. I'm also going to add in a 1/3 cup of insect frass, and this is specifically for chitin. It's said to help prevent powdery mildew, so I figured I'd add in a 1/3 cup in each pot. I have this bag on hand. I've used it in past grows, and so why not use it, right? I did moisten the soil a little bit, and now I'm ready to plant the seeds into the soil. So pretty straightforward process here. All I do is dig down a little bit, put the seed in the soil, and lightly cover the soil. I don't pack it down very hard at all, and the seeds are only about a 1/4 inch down, so not too deep. After I planted all 12 seeds, I put the grow pots in the grow space. Now technically at this point, light isn't needed. Light isn't actually needed until the plants sprout from the medium. The leaves appear, the first set of leaves called leading leaves. Once those appear, that's when light is actually intaken through the plant. But I don't know exactly when the plants are going to sprout from the medium, so I like to leave the grow lights on so when the plants do sprout, they'll have light right away. A common thing that happens for the folks that don't give the plants light right away during sprout, a lot of new growers will actually, they'll see the plant sprouted, but the leaves will be yellow and they'll actually panic at that point. That's only because the plant has not received light yet. And once the plant does receive that light, you'll see the plant's leaves change from yellow to green within the matter of several hours. But yeah, there have been a number of new growers that have hit me up over the years with this issue, saying that they have a yellow seedling. Not really sure why that's happening. There have actually been some growers who have actually fed their plants nutrients because they thought they were nutrient deficient, which actually led to over-fertilization. More problems occurred after that. So yeah, if you come across these yellow seedlings, just give it some light and the leaves should change to green over a short period of time. So at this point we wait. It should take anywhere from about 48 to 72 hours before we start seeing sprouts happen. And then yeah, at that point the seedling stage officially begins. In the comment section down below, I'd love to know, what cultivars are you currently growing? Also, do you germinate your seeds prior to planting? If so, what's your process for that? Or do you just plant the seeds directly into the medium? Let me know down in the comment section below. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And check out the previous video I did where I talk a little bit more about the grow light that I'm using this round, and I talk a little bit about the genetics I'm growing and my overall strategy for this grow. That's pretty much it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next episode.